Good day and welcome back to the Hipkins Twins YouTube channel. And today's topic, comic books. Old comic books. So I've been collecting comics for probably about 50 years, since I was about 7 or 8 years old. I was never really into the superhero comics. I've got a few action comics from the 60s and 70s, Superman, Batman, type, but I was more interested in the mystery comics from DC in Gold Key, the Ripley's Believe It or Not, and the Ghost comic books, House of Mystery and Tales of the Unexpected. And I've got a pretty good collection of those. And I still buy them occasionally. If I see a good deal, I'll go to an antique mart or a comic book convention, and if I see a comic that that suits me and I just have to have it, well, I'll shell out the money and buy it. So recently, I just picked up a couple of interesting ones. They were published by ACG, which is American Comic Group, and they had some pretty cool covers. This one's from 1964. It's called Adventures into the Unknown. And as you can see, it was only 12 cents back in 1964. But yeah, the comic cover is pretty cool. We've got a pterodactyl there on the front and two guys on a plane shooting at it. And as you can see here, they got this stamp up here, which says approved by the Comics Code Authority. And the reason those stamps are on these comics is that back in the 1950s, I believe 1954 or 55, the Congress was looking into the problem with juvenile delinquency in the United States, and they believed that comic books had something to do with it, and so they brought in comic book artists and writers and publishers, and basically grilled them on what was suitable for younger readers. And so they had, if it didn't meet the Comics Code Authority, they couldn't publish it. So after that, they had to have this stamp on the comic. But yeah, these comics are pretty cool. This is an older one. This is from 1956, and that's number 76. But this is also another Adventures into the Unknown. And these were written by their editor, Richard Hughes. He was the editor of ACG. And he wrote most of the stories in the 1950s and 1960s. And I believe ACG went out of business. I'm not sure if they went bankrupt or if they were bought out by some other comic company. But I think they went out of business in the late 60s, early 70s. Their titles just kind of disappeared. But they got some pretty cool ads on the back. This is a ubiquitous ad. It was in all of the comic books. I remember when I was a kid. It showed you could win prizes. On the back of this one, there's got this army set, 100-piece toy soldier set for $1.25, and these things were real cheaply made, and they came in this little trunk here, and it was basically just made out of, I think it was made out of cardboard. So I mean, they make it look real neat, but when the kids got these things back, they felt like they were ripped off. So yeah, these comic books they're over 50, 60 years old, and they're still in pretty decent shape. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, and have a good one.